Welcome to this video lecture, and today lecture we will discuss about the herpes viridae family. So first one, we discussed about the general characters of or general features of the herpes virus. So herpes viridae family contain more than 100 of the virus. The generally the disease due to the herpes virus occurs most of the fish, birds, reptiles, and even mammals. In mammals also include the human beings. The word herpes virus come from the Greek word that is the heparin. That meaning of the heparin is to creep. It refers to the sequential appearance and local extension of the lesions in the human beings. It is the enveloped virus and have the double stranded DNA as a genetic material, and due to it has a genetic material as a DNA, they replicate in this nucleus of the cells. All DNA virus, they are replicate in the nucleus of the cells, exceptions that is the pox virus. They have the DNA virus, and they pox virus, they have the DNA virus, and they replicate in the cell cytoplasm. And then herpes virus, they replicate in the cell nucleus and produced the inclusion body, that is the intranuclear inclusion body. Generally, the herpes virus causes disease related to the respiratory system, reproductive system, and nervous systems. Then we will discuss the detail about the herpes viridae family. General characters of the herpes viridae family. So first one is the enveloped DNA virus with the icosahedral symmetry. The herpes virus have the enveloped DNA virus, and it has the icosahedral symmetry. That is, the diameter of the virus is the 120 to 250 nanometer. Next point is the icosahedral nucleocapsid. Nucleocapsid of the herpes virus is the icosahedral. This is the icosahedral nucleocapsid. Then third one is the 162 holocapsomeres. 162 holocapsomeres is present. Next point, the double stranded DNA present in the herpes virus. Because of herpes virus is the DNA virus, and DNA is always present in the double stranded form. So herpes virus also contain the double stranded DNA, that is 125 to 290 kilo base pairs. Next point, that is the herpes virus replicate in the nucleus. The herpes virus replicate the nucleus of a cell because of it is a DNA virus, and DNA virus are always replicate in the nucleus of the cell. Exception is the pox virus. Pox virus is replicate in the cell cytoplasm. Next one is the budding through the inner layer of the nuclear membrane. Because of the enveloped is developed by the nuclear membrane, so budding of the herpes virus through the inner layer of the nuclear membrane. Next one is the eosinophilic intranuclear inclusion body present in the herpes virus infection. The intranuclear inclusion body is found, and these body are the eosinophilic in the nature. Next point, causes disease of the respiratory tract, reproductive, and nervous system. Herpes virus mainly cause the disease of the respiratory tract, reproductive, and nervous system. Next one is the classification of the herpes viridae family. So in herpes viridae family, order that is the herpes virales. Order that is the herpes virales. And in order herpes virales, we included the three families. We included the three families. First family, herpes viridae. Second one is the alloherpes viridae, and third one is the Melacoherpes viridae family. But the in about these three families. The first family is the veterinary importance, that is herpes viridae. These herpes viridae, members of herpes virus, infect the mammals, birds and replicates. Alloherpes viridae virus are infect the fish and frogs, and Melicoherpes viridae, members of the herpes virus, infect the virus of the ostrich. Okay, so herpes viridae is related to veterinary importance, and herpes viridae family has the three subfamilies. We included three subfamilies, that is the alpha herpes verinae and beta herpes verinae, and third one is the gamma herpes verinae. So these are three families that are important for the veterinary aspect. Next one is the classification. Next one is the classification in herpes viridae family. This is the herpes viridae family. They have the subfamily, that is the alpha herpes verinae, beta herpes verinae and gamma herpes verinae. These are three subfamily that are important according to the veterinary. So these family have the many of the viruses. So in first one is the alpha herpes viridae. They included the many of the virus that are the first one is the three virus that infect the bovines. Three virus that infect the bovines, that are the bovine herpes virus first, bovine herpes virus second, bovine herpes virus 5. So these three virus they infect only on the bovine species. Next one is the porcine herpes virus first. Porcine herpes virus first is single subtypes. Third one is the equine herpes virus first, equine herpes virus third, equine herpes virus fourth. These three viruses that are infect the equines. Next one is the canine herpes virus first. These canine herpes virus first is only virus that infect the canine species, just like the dog and cats. Next one is the feline herpes virus first. Next one is the antid herpes virus first. Then the gallid herpes virus first and gallid herpes virus second. These two virus they infect the birds. So these virus they are included in the alpha herpes verinae subfamily. Then the beta herpes verinae. In beta herpes verinae we included only one virus, that is porcine herpes virus second. Porcine herpes virus first included in the alpha herpes verinae subfamily, and porcine herpes virus second is included in the beta herpes verinae subfamily. Then the third one is the gamma herpes verinae. In gamma herpes verinae included the two virus, that is Elselfin herpes virus first, Elselfin herpes virus first and ovine herpes virus second. Okay, so these are the classification of the herpes viridae family. Next one is the herpes viridae is classification or basic characters of these herpes viridae family and subfamilies. That is the first one is the alpha herpes viridae. First one is the alpha herpes verinae, and the second one is the beta herpes verinae, and third one is the gamma herpes verinae. In the first one, that is the alpha herpes verinae, they are replicate and spread rapidly. They are rapidly replicate in the host cell and spread rapidly. Next one is the beta herpes verinae. They are replicate some of the rapidly but spread slowly. Then the beta herpes virinae. Then third one is the gamma herpes virinae, that are long life cycle period, means they show the latency. Okay, so they replicate slowly, gamma herpes virinae family. Then the next features, that is the host ranges. So alpha herpes virinae has the broad host range, means they infect many of the domestic and wild animals. But beta herpes virinae narrow host ranges than the alpha herpes virinae. Then third one is the gamma herpes virinae, very narrow host ranges, means these viruses infect specific to host. Okay, next one is the alpha herpes virinae, included the released by the lysis of the cells. The alpha herpes virinae virus are released from the cell by the lysis of the cell. Then the beta herpes virinae, they don't lyse the cell, they don't lyse the cells. Then the gamma herpes virinae radially lyse the cells, epithelial cells and the fibroblast. Rarely lies the cells, and in beta herpes virinae maybe they are lies the cells, but gamma herpes virinae family members, they are rarely lyses the cells. Okay, next one is the in alpha herpes virinae, the latency in the secondary ganglion, they are show the some of the latency, and uh, they are latency in the secondary ganglions, means they are enter in the sensory ganglion and rest in these ganglion for a longer time. Beta herpes virinae latency in the secondary sorry latency in the secretory glands and lympho-reticular cells and kidney, so these show in the these cells. Then the gamma herpes virinae, they show the latency in the B and T lymphocytes. Okay, so this is the latency features of the herpes viridae members. And then they are the specific virus that included in these families, these subfamilies. Then the some of the bovine or ovine or alpine herpes virus classification. So first one is the virus, that is the ovine herpes virus first virus, that is the bovine herpes virus first. That genus is the varicillo virus. These included in the varicillo genus, and they causes or comment, that is causes respiratory infection. Bovine herpes virus generally causes the respiratory and genital infection. Generally, they are causes respiratory and genital infection in the domestic animals, and they occurs worldwide, means worldwide distribution of the bovine herpes virus first. Next one is the bovine herpes virus second. Next one is the bovine herpes virus second. They included in the simplex virus. They causes the ulcerative mammalitis in temperate region and pseudo lumpy skin disease in the tropical and subtropical regions. So they bovine herpes virus most commonly present in the temperate, tropical and subtropical regions, and they causes commonly the skin disease. Bovine herpes virus commonly causes the skin disease, just like the skin or lesions found on the skins or sometimes teats, muscles. Okay, next one is the bovine herpes virus fifth. They included in genus, that is varicillo virus. They causes the encephalitis in the cows and described in the several countries. So generally bovine herpes virus fifth generally infect the nervous system and causes the encephalitis in the cows because of it is a disease of the bovines. Next one is ovine herpes virus second. It is the genus that is the Mecca virus, causes a subclinical infection in the sheep and goat because of it is the ovine virus. And this is the worldwide distributed, causes malignant cattle fever in the cattle and in some of the wild ruminants. So it causes the malignant cattle fever. Next one is the L subtype of the bovine herpes virus first and their clinical significance. This is the only subtype of the bovine herpes virus first. Bovine herpes virus first have the three subtype 1.1, subtype 1.2a and subtype 1.2b. Then the comments and the causes which disease in the animals. Subtype 1.1 implicated in the respiratory disease. Subtype 1 is respiratory related to the respiratory disease may causes abortion, sometimes causes abortion and usually included in the vaccines. Okay, so subtype 1.1 is generally the disease of the respiratory tract and genital tract and causes respiratory disease and abortion in the domestic animals. Then second subtype that is 1.2a. It implicated in the infectious belenoposthitis or infectious pustular vulvovaginitis syndromes and may causes mild respiratory disease and may also causes the abortion. It is subtype 1.2a is generally the disease of the genital tract both of in the male and female animals, and in the female animals it causes the abortion and infertility also in the male animals. And it subtype 1.2a sometimes causes the mild respiratory disease also. Then next one is the subtype 1.2b. 1.2b. This subtype, which is implicated in the infectious belenoposthitis and infection of the pustular vulvovaginitis syndrome, has not been associated with the abortion. In subtype 1.2a, abortion is occurs, but in the subtype 1.2b, abortion is not occurs. And all these other next disease that is the bovine mammalitis pseudo lumpy skin disease. So this disease is caused by the bovine herpes virus second. This disease is caused by the bovine herpes virus second. Incubation period of lumpy skin disease and bovine mammalitis is the up to 8 days. Lesions appear as the thickened plaque on the one or more of the teeth. These lesions found only on the one or more of the teeth and they are look like a plaques. So these are the lesions present on the teeth. Next point, ulceration of the skin leads to scar formation if the skin laceration is occurs. So scar formation is occurs on the skin of the animal. Next point, the lesions are painful and there is a reduction in the milk yield due to the difficulty with the milking, the plaque formation on the teats, so the difficulty in the milking, so decrease the milk yield or milk production in animals. Next one is the generalized pseudo lumpy skin disease. If these plaque formation is generalized, means all over body are affected with the bovine herpes virus second, and plaque formation on all over body of the animal, so called as the pseudo lumpy skin disease. This is characteristic central depression. These plaque is characteristic as a central depression on the surface of the nodules. If the nodules formation is occurs in the pseudolumpy disease, so the center of we suppose that this is the nodules. Sorry, we suppose that this is the nodules. So these the center of the nodules is depressed. This is the skin and this is the depressed center. Superficial necrosis of the epidermis. Superficial necrosis occurs on the epidermis layer of the skin and shorter course of the disease. Okay, so this is bovine mammalitis and pseudolumpy skin disease. If the if the infection occurs the generalized, so called as the pseudolumpy disease, and if the infection is occurs particularly in the udder area, is called as the bovine mammalitis. Next point, circular ulcer may be present on the lip, nostril or muzzle. So circular ulcer may be present on the lip, nostril or muzzles of the cows. Suckling affected cow. If a cattle are affected with the mammalitis, so suckling cows are also affected, and the lesions present on these cows is included the ulcers present on the lip, nostril and muzzles. Next, in the pseudolumpy skin disease, a variable number of the nodules appears on the skin over the neck, shoulder, back and perineum. So in the pseudo lumpy skin disease or generalized infection of the bovine herpes virus second, the nodules appear on the skin over the neck region, shoulder, back and perineum region. The nodules which are circular and hard. The nodules that produced in the pseudo-lumpy skin disease are circular and hard and have depressed center. They are also have the depressed center. This is the center or tip of the nodules. Then the diagnosis is also based on the clinical symptoms, that is the nodules present and ulcers and scars that present on various part of animal body of affected animal body. Next included in the diagnosis, that is the virus isolation on the cell culture, uh, and electron microscopy, that is the identification, that is used in the identification of the virus. Then bovine herpes virus encephalitis. This is the this disease is caused by the bovine herpes virus fifth. This is caused by the bovine herpes virus fifth, and lesions in the lesions in the mid in the brain and later entire brain. In starting form, the lesions are in the mild in brain, then later entire brain the lesions are present. Then the pseudo rabies. This is also a important disease that causes by the uh, herpes virus, and the pseudo rabies disease is caused by the porcine herpes virus first. This disease is caused by the porcine herpes virus first. This is also called as Jajerski disease. This is also called as Jajerski disease. This is the primarily disease of the swine. This is the pseudo rabies is mainly disease of the swine, but the secondary host include the horse, sheep, goat, cattle, dog and cats. So these are the secondary host, but primary host, or primarily the disease of the swine, primarily the disease of the swine, and the secondary host are the dead end host. Means the affected animals are die, and that and they not transmit the disease to another animals. This is the endemic and worldwide disease. Then the pseudo rabies disease in swine. High rate of abortion. They causes high rate of abortion in the swine. The 30-day of the gestation, death and reabsorption. If the female swine are pregnant, and the pregnancy is the 30-day of the gestation, so if the herpes virus infect these female swine, so the death of the fetus is occurs and reabsorption of the fetal material. Next one is the late pregnancy. If the female swine are the in the late pregnancy, the abortion, mummification, and macerated fetus. So in the late pregnancy, mummified mummification is also occurs of a fetus, and macerated fetus are also present. Then in the piglet are protected by the maternal antibody. These antibody that transfer mother to fetus, and mortality up to 100%. In piglet, the mortality due to the pseudo rabies is 100%. Wind and mature swine. In wind and mature swine, the clinical symptoms include the fever, sneezing, constipation, incoordination, spasm, circling. So these things that are seen if the infected with the pseudorabies or infected with the herpes virus, and these are small correlated with the rabies, just like the incoordination, spasm, and circling. These are also symptoms show present in the rabies virus infection. And next one is the weight loss and poor growth of the. Then the pathogenesis, diffused non-supportive lymphocytic meningoencephalitis and ganglioneuritis. So these things are seen in the pathogenesis. Means diffuse non-supportive, means diffuse type, not a particular area, diffuse type non-supportive meningoencephalitis, inflammation of the brain and spinal cord. Meningoencephalitis means inflammation of the brain and spinal cord, and ganglioneuritis, ganglion and neurons. Next one is the prevascular coughing. Prevascular coughing are also present in the pseudorabies, and this is also present in the rabies. Next one is the diagnosis and control, history of the animals and clinical science. uh, According to clinical science, we can identify the pseudorabies and also differentiate with the rabies. Next one is the Cowdery type A inclusion body present in the cell nucleus. Next, the serological test, that is the FAT, SNAT, and ELISA. These three are the serological tests that used for the diagnosis of the pseudorabies disease. Next one is the vaccination is also available, that included the recombinant DNA vaccine, deletion mutant, that is TK, deleted vaccine, and inactivated vaccine. So these three type of the vaccine are also available against the pseudorabies disease in the domestic animals. Next one is the equine abortion virus. This is the caused by the equine herpes virus first. This equine abortion virus is the caused by the equine herpes virus first. It is the zoonotic and worldwide disease. This is caused abortion stream in the mares. Means if one animal are affected, or uh, if the a flock have the 10 to 15 pregnant mares, and one mare are aborted, so all these mares are aborted with these within some days, 10 to 12 days. So if if a flock all these mares are aborted, so they are called as the abortion stream, and this is caused by the equine herpes virus first. Abortion in 8 to 11 month, abortion in the 8 to 11 month, and they causes the pneumonia and inflammation. If a fetus survive, weak foal syndrome is present. If the fetus are survive and the abortion is not occur, so the fetus is the weak and foil weak and weak foal syndrome is also occurs. Encephalomyelitis is also occurs in the equine abortion. The respiration infection through the respiratory route, they produce the viremia, and sometimes generalized and causes the encephalomyelitis. Next one is the clinical symptoms. Early infection in the foals, abortion in the mare without clinical sign, they not causes any of the or produce any of the clinical symptoms in the mares, and at the last trimester, if animal are in the last trimester, they produce the abortion. Aborted fetus, the features of aborted fetus, that is the icterus, edema in the body cavities, distensions of the lungs, splenomegaly, necrotic foci on the liver. So these are things found in the aborted fetus, that is the icterus, edema in the body cavities, distension of the lungs, splenomegaly, and necrotic foci on the liver. Then the diagnosis. Sample, that is we take for the confirmatory diagnosis, that is aborted fetus part, that like the lung, thymus, and spleen, and also isolate or identify the intranuclear inclusion body. Immunohistochemistry we can take for the confirmatory diagnosis, and also for virus isolation. Virus isolation are not performed in the not possible from the neural tissue. Virus isolation not possible from the neural tissues, and PCR are also used for the confirmation diagnosis, and from the mare, immunohistochemistry, and PCR. So these points included in the or these protocols follow in the diagnosis of the abortive virus, herpes abortive virus, or foal abortive virus. Control, inactivated and live attenuated vaccine. These two type of vaccine, that is inactivated and live attenuated vaccine, and management practice, that